Welcome to the BetOnDrew $50 Twitter free roll. We are after the first break, and as you can see, we're doing pretty well. We're first place out of 18 left, 38 runners total. Obvious raise ace jack offsuit, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little show ski ace jack O, and we're gonna do the same thing with ace king. Coco Moon is actually the defending champion of the last free roll, so it's kind of neat to play with Coco Moon at the table. A little different. I was commentating on Coco Moons at the final table. Now I'm actually playing against Coco Moon, so kind of cool. We are making a deep run, and I'm gonna fix this HUD real quick. Radman raises. I think we can do a little 3-bet. Let's make it somewhat small. We kind of want to keep the weaker aces in, and we don't want to fold them out. And also, I mean, if he has aces or kings, he's gonna kind of let us know by 4-betting kind of large. He min raised here, so we'll see what's up. So he decides to flat, and on this flop, we're definitely firing out. He bets out 9-1-1. So we can go ahead, and we have a couple of options here. We can call, or we can 3-bet. Or we can raise rather, not 3-bet. But I like calling because calling kind of looks kind of strong. So we're gonna call. He may even have jacks here, so we'll just evaluate. This doesn't really change much. The 2 of spades on the turn, and he might check back for pot control. And we're gonna go ahead and fire out here. And I'm gonna make a little small bet because I just want to see where he's at. And if he doesn't have anything, then he's gonna fold to pretty much any bet I bet out. But we'll see what's up. Not exactly half pot size bet, but it was pretty close. So we're gonna go ahead and fold Queen 7-0. And the little show ski, it's just basically kind of letting everybody know what's up. It's not really anything. I don't normally do the show skis in Hutch, as Big Dog Pocket 5 would say. I'm just doing it purely for entertainment value for these guys on the free roll. I really believe if you show your hands like that, you're giving away information. And as we all know, poker is a game of incomplete information, and you shouldn't be showing your opponents information, so to speak. We continued here. We did flop 2, top 2, and we probably would have gotten somebody's stack, actually, it looks like. Pretty hefty bet and raise. King versus 8s. Good game. Well, not good game. It would have been a good game for everyone, actually, if I played along. But nice hand, rather. So let's kind of review this play here. Interesting play. We have kings. He popped it up in the small blind of 487. And it looks like Minimax limp with 8s and then called the raise from Dalsu. But yeah, pretty standard. Limp with the 8s and the re-raise with the king, or the raise with the kings. So anyway. King 4-0, we could raise, and I'm debating about it actually, to be honest with you. do that. We want to set the tone again, so people. The UTG raises look pretty strong, and the same bet side that I use with my Ace King, or my, what hand did I use? I forgot what hand I used, but it was a pretty strong hand, and I used it with 399. Want to go ahead and do that. Okay, so Neo Poly decides to ship it in against my raise. We'll make a little comment. So we're gonna do a little fold key. Little fold key, no hutch. But we'll make a little comment. So yeah, anyway, that was kind of interesting. But, you know, it's still a good result. I like it because you want to let your opponents kind of get a certain feel for you. And if they think a certain way about your playing style, you can surprise them by... I'm dying. You can surprise them by doing something completely opposite. I actually drink Diet Dr. Pepper, so... So here is interesting. We got odds to call. I don't mind doing this hand because if we flop hard, we know it, and if we don't, we can get the other way. Because we're getting a good price, so to speak, and they should be fairly live. Not really too coordinated, so it's not like the best hand to actually, you know, call. But now when it gets checked around, I'm pretty sure somebody has an ace here. They just didn't like the hearts though. But I can't credibly rep the hearts. I could check raise the turn though, and rep the hearts, but I think it can be checked down. If not, it'll be bet with somebody, maybe with the king of hearts too as well as a blocker. So bet's kind of small though. I think he does have an ace, but no heart. I could raise, but I'm not sure my raise will get much credit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it. Kokomoon does it. I wouldn't be surprised to see a hearts here, or at least a king hearts. Ah, he bluffs. Nice, well played. Well played. We get a limp here. Hopefully Batman opens against the limp to isolate, and then we can go ahead and isolate our own. But here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little this is interesting. We have the ace clubs. We can check and check raise actually with flop. I'm cool with that. No, he decided to check behind, so we can bet now actually for value because I don't see him having any clubs because we have the ace club. And here we can try to get some value. I don't know how much I could bet for him to fold. Let me see. Maybe this will get it in. So we get value. Oh wow! So he was slow playing a hand. If I jammed, he would have. He might have. He would have definitely called. So I should have. Well, could have jammed there, but he didn't. Anyway, I played it slow a little bit, and luckily I caught my river. So that was, yeah, yeah, lucky river. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We got D-Way Lob. He's limping UTG. I think we can isolate here. pretty strong isolate. Hopefully Breezy doesn't try to squeeze. He tried to flat, which is good because that means D Lob has to DWA Lob has to call, and Breezy does donk out. It's a classic stop and go, where you'll flat somebody out of position, or you flat somebody in position. It doesn't really matter. Or actually, a true definite stop and go is when you're out of position, you flat somebody's raise, and then you pop it on the flop. But you can definitely stop and go when you're in position. If they check you, you pop it on the flop. But this is more of a definite stop and go. So I'm gonna say nice stop and go, and fold. If I was Breezy, I would have checked that flop. Yeah, I would definitely check the flop and let me bet out. I could easily have a king there. I mean, yeah, you would think that if I have a king there, I'm stacking off, and maybe so, but I think it's how do I say it? I think it's really likely that I have a king and queen there, so I would check and then let me bet and then get more chips that way. Because that's a pretty strong line. It's pretty polarized. Either you have it or you don't when you do a stop go of that nature. Um, we got Neo raising here. Been kind of quiet, as you can see from the stats, 11-7. So I don't think a squeeze would work very well here. We got two tight people involved in hands so far, so a squeeze wouldn't really work. And when I say a squeeze, it's basically somebody raises, somebody calls, and I can just raise it to have them both fold if I thought they were raising light and calling light. So when I say calling light or raising light, I mean raising or calling with a hand that's not really strong. But in this situation, I decide to just fold it. So it looks like Breezy likes to do a lot of stop and goes. Or at the very least just leads out after calling. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and raise Coco Moon's big blind, especially since Badman did that. I like raising it more now, actually. Hopefully Breezy doesn't come along, make my life difficult on the button, which is good. Badman, limp. If he does a limp shove here or limp raise, I'm looking at a pocket pair. But in this scenario, I'm not 100% sure what he has. Depending on what he does. If he calls, he could have like broadways, and I could try to rep it on the flop with ace high. He calls, and so this is a good board to bet out at actually. Um, so we can go ahead and bet this one out. Don't want to bet too big though. It's actually kind of big, but it kind of achieved the purpose. It's a strong bet saying kind of like I have a king, but I'm afraid of a heart draw, so I'm betting out for value and protection. And you decided to go ahead and do that. So Badman decided to UTG this. Not UTG this, sorry. UTG won this under the gun +1 raise. That's fairly strong. We are, though, let's see, 2, 4, 6, we're 8-handed, so you don't really have to have strong hands now. You can open up a little bit. In other words, you can raise with not just aces and kings and ace king, ace queen. You can raise, connectors, so forth. I mean, more optimally so if it once it gets lower. But yeah. But as you can see, we're 1 out of 16 now. I think it's 10 players to a table, so yeah. So we're 6 away from the final table, so to speak. Breezy decides to get it in. looks like straight value, and we would have got there with our flush. And yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Badman flops top pair, top kicker, and Breezy flops set. We're gonna go ahead and raise since the shorty folded to us, so we're gonna go ahead and raise it up. A little comment that Breezy flopped a set of sevens on us. So Coco Moon's calls here, and Neo Poly decides to squeeze, which I hardly blame Neo to do this because I'm pretty ag. I'm playing 41% of my hands and raising 30% of them, and Coco Moon is calling pretty wide on the button in position. So I'm gonna fold here. I don't see Coco Moon calling, to be honest. But we're gonna keep in mind a raise size. Keep it consistent, and let's see what's up. Coco Moon does call, and Neo does squeeze as we thought, but gets there too as well. Tough call for Coco. Um, nice hands. Letting them know well played both of them because it was a tough call for Coco to call off. But I think he figured he had chip to do it with and decided to go for it. Yeah, Ace 10. Ace 10, it's a tough call there. I like a fold there if I'm Coco. But I think Coco thinks he has an ace blocker to Neo, so Neo doesn't have an ace. And rightfully so, Neo didn't have an ace, but Neo's playing kind of tight, so I'd probably be folding. Coco bets out about a little bit over half pot. Minimac has an 8, we're going to see a raise. Or King Jack for that matter. Pretty tough bet for Minimac here. And I misread it actually. It was King Queen. The Coco Moon had the nuts. I said King Jack, but it's not. It wouldn't be. Well, I guess you could argue for a raise in King Jack there, but King Queen with the nuts as seen. But yeah, we got a lot of things going on for the BetOnDrew.com site. We got, I think, at least 2 free rolls coming off next month, maybe more. So check that out. Classic 8 Queen versus King versus Queen Jack. Queen Jack because of the short stack nature. And good game. So Breezy decides to raise my small blind. Radman decides to get it in. We're gonna do a sneaky raise here. And I expect Breezy to get it in a lot of the times. Here we're gonna get some value, and to protect. Well, not to protect. He gets it in. We're gonna jam. Hopefully, he doesn't have a set, and he does have a set, so he's looking pretty good there. Wow, Breezy's flopping sets every day. So we're gonna go ahead and raise here. And Breezy decides to come back at us. We're gonna pop it back because he might be thinking that we're raising because we're tilted. And we got top two. We got well, bottom two actually. So we're gonna bet for value here. We're gonna bet kind of strong, and he decided to fold. I think he was defending because he thought that we were tilting, and in a way we were, but in another way we just wanted to get chips too as well. So I don't hate that. Unfortunate, he had a set of jacks. He wasn't really a min bet though. I don't know how he thought it was a min bet, but yeah, I mean, you can't really fold him actually jacks there in that spot. So anyway, this will be an interesting battle for us. We are sitting fourth in chips out of 11, and let's see if we can bounce back from the monster set against our aces and try to take this one down. It'd be kind of fun to do actually. Let's see. The Maria Pro, pretty active it looks like. So Jack 4 holds. Nice hand. Maria Pro limps on the button. We're not going to get out of hand with 4-3. We're going to actually see it flop and see it cheap, obviously. We're going to check our option. Got a pair of fours there. We could do a couple things. We could lead out if it gets checked to us, but I like check calling here. At least seeing at least one card actually. Maybe I bet out kind of heavy though. Let's take a look at the last hand that we did that. The last hand where Breezy said she was crazy. She was calling down pretty hard. Let's see if we can raise this actually. I could raise better. And if Maria decides to go over the top, we can just jam this in here. And we'll go ahead and rabbit it real quick and see what's up. So I'm just thinking that Maria kind of had a lot of air in her range by flatting there. So we're gonna go ahead and fold here. Now I think it got Maria kind of tilted a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and stay out of her way, so to speak. Unless we have the nizzles, and if we have the nizzle, we can just play it just kind of exactly how we played it in a sense. And so hopefully we can get our chips, and then that way we can get some chips back from Breezy, make the flop sets. Yeah, that was pretty sick one. But I like my play. I don't really hate it. Wow. Breezy and Maria are leveling each other. This is crazy. Wow. Wow. Yikes. So Maria got tilted and now it's knocked out. Okay, Maria. I should I was gonna say I should continue raising here. So we're at the final table here. We get popped back by Minimac. Now the thing is, it's a min raise, so we can easily call and play for stacks. So let's go ahead and do that. We flopped a straight, which we wanted. So we're gonna go ahead and lead out here because that's a draw heavy board, and we're gonna lead out and expecting to get raised by Minimac, and we'll be getting it in pretty much. Let's see here. If he does have a flush draw, we want him to pay for it. So Let's see what happens. If he has a 7, that's a good result too. He can get it in, but he doesn't. So we're just gonna muck and see another hand. 3-2 offsuit UTG was gonna fold. I'm gonna say congrats on making the final table. We are being recorded. So be on your best donkey behavior. Leroy Watermelon decided to ship it in with 19 bigs. Pretty good move there. We'll go ahead and fold. Not much you can do there. Let me fix some of this here. If we get folded to us, I don't hate a raise. Leroy probably jamming the small blind. He can probably jam the button too. Or at least open the button, in my opinion. If he's jamming it, he decided to call. I really don't mind calling here. We got chips to play with, and we flop a 9. So what I'm gonna do here is a little bit different. I'm gonna lead out because I just want to see what people do, and if they have a king, they're gonna let me know. They're gonna call. If they have a draw, they're gonna let me know. Mini Mac decides to click a back min raise. Feeling interesting. Can't really fold here because we have middle pair. We could improve. This could be a flush draw. So we're gonna call here. 9s and 3s. No, actually, I think I like a lead here. And if Minimag decides to ship it over, I think we're beat. But we could fold. Actually, we couldn't fold. We were priced in. But with Minimag tanking like this, I think Minimag has a 9. So we're probably chopping at best here. But we're pretty committed here. It looks like he has a draw, maybe. So we're going to go ahead and fold there. You guys can see, you guys will see my hands in the final table video anyway, so it's not like mucking, you guys not going to see it, so you guys get to see it. Breezy, kind of hard not to open against Breezy here because he does have chips. He's 200 big blinds deep. He's 2-3 offsuit. We still got to attack the chip leader because we have chips. We get a min raid by Dalsu playing 21-13. 20% of his hands he plays, and also he raised 13% of those. So we're just gonna fold. Can't really play much there. We'll go ahead and fold. So I hope you guys are enjoying this final table run, I guess you could say, of sorts. If you guys are curious to see the structure, payout structure, up here. First place gets 20, second place gets $12.50, third place gets $7.50, fourth place gets $6, and fifth place gets $4. If we play this hand, we would have gotten bottom 2, and pretty sure we would have gotten Dalsu's stack if we were that crazy, but we're not at the moment. Not 100% sure. We don't have one Lee Nick's HUD stats. Oh, there it is over here. Ta-da! We get Leroy limping here. We could raise, but I want a better card to do that. It's a good spot though, but I don't really want to commit myself, especially with Breezy on the button. We can call kind of light or ISO resteal. Let's see. I missed that hand. Actually, talking to the guys on the BetOnDrew.com chat box. Fairly quiet on this final table. We can't talk anymore. Leroy's all in. It looks like he lost some chips, so let's take a look and see what happened. Looks like Minimap rivered a set of sixes, and Leroy looks like they got it in on the flop, so Minimap got lucky there. Unfortunate for Leroy, he ran into a set. I guess we can't really stay quiet anymore. We got jacks here. I'm looking to open. Leroy limp. So now, let's see. We go 500, 750, 3xing it. 9,000 and 4xing it. Let's go a little bit bigger. Because we want Leroy, if Leroy called, we want him to call with his whole stat, basically. And if anybody decides to get it in, now if anybody decides to get it in, we'll call too as well. So if Dalsu gets it in, we call. And for Nicken gets it in, we call. And I would imagine Leroy calls here. Yeah, he does that, and we call. Shows A3. We got jacks. Good flop for us. Good turn for us. And great river for us. So good game, Leroy. So far, the video has been 33 minutes long. When you guys see this video, it might be a little bit different, depending if I cut it up in segments. But for now, it's 33 minutes. We got 26 minutes left before the break starts, and we have blind 150, 300 on the next level. We have one unit going all in. Hadn't played any hands, it looks like. Get it in with 11 big blinds. Dalsu isolates. 18 with K9. I don't fault one unit for doing this. He is short. Good spot for him to take it. And of course, I don't fault Dalsu for doing this as well. You really can't argue with 18. Would open, but Dalsu's short and just lost his pot, so probably can get it in pretty light due to tilt. Dalsu was laughing. It's a tough spot. You know, you can't really do anything. A tough beat, rather, but it is what it is. Besides the ship, standard call by Neo. And so Dalsu wins with a River Queen. Sick pot. Breezy decides to open, and I kind of like Breezy's open because you really commit people here. His bet size is pretty large, so if you call it, you're looking pretty committed once you get to future streets, flop, and turn. So we could argue for a 3-bet here, but it's such a large bet, my 3-bet has to be substantial in order to get him to fold because he's going to have position on me, so I'm just going to head and fold.